Hello, hello, and welcome back to Remember the Flowers. Um, we just had some fun clothing adventures. We spent all of Cooper's money, which is what I would like to do. He's a bank account that I can use. That's all he is to me. A really smelly one. Why does that always come up in these games? Like, no, actually though, I understand that Musk is a weird normal fetish in this community, but I feel like it's every fucking game. It always comes up. Whether it's your pro tag being smelly all the fucking time, like with Chase from Echo, smelly boy. Or like even in Password, there's some lines of dialogue where like Dave is like, "Oh, um Tyson's kind of smelly after working out. It's a kind of a nice smell." And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I understand. But at the same time, why is this so common? But, what was that game? Knights College felt really bad about it because they would, like, talk about piss and sweat. Am I gonna play that on this channel? I don't know. Probably not. Probably yes, when the sequel comes out. Uh, that's not a promise. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. He says to himself, "Guess I was right that it was expensive. Sorry." "It's fine. It was my idea, and I'll get paid soon, again soon anyway. Just know that, that didn't come cheap." "Okay, thank you." Cooper huffs and nods before letting me, walk on my own. We walk again on the sidewalk. Whoever this, However, this time I don't know where we're going. I'm curious about something, though. "So, Cooper Krager?" He whips around to look at me. If you know what's good for you, don't ever say that name again." "Okay, sorry." He huffs yet again and continues on. I don't really want to be in a bad spot with him. Sure, he's kind of pushy, but even in just the past few hours, he's done nothing but take care of me. I need to figure out a way to repay him somehow. So, where are we going?" "Home." I pause. I know we're going to Ressen, but what about now? "What? No?" He turns to me. "We're going to my home. You're spending the night." This time I stop walking before going wide-eyed. "Wait, you're not homeless?" I'm partly joking, but with how shady he is and with how much he smells, I just assumed he was. He looks completely done with me. Done with me, though. And he doesn't even give me a verbal reaction. He just keeps walking. I go to catch up with him. Guess I should expect unexpected things. Like spending the night in this strange world with a strange wolf. "Hey, wake up. You're not gonna sleep the whole weekend away, are you?" Uh, I might be tempted if you'd let me." "Come on, wake up. Before I make you." I feel the sensation of Damien ripping my covers off, waking up to a blast of cold air. My eyes are my eyes having trouble adjusting for a moment, but I remember where I am. "Oops, sorry about that." Cooper says as he tries to hoist me further up his back. I think he's almost dropped me. Despite the cool night air, I find myself sweating a fair amount. That's the desert for you. They're in the desert now? Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think about 15 minutes ago, my legs finally gave out, and Cooper has to resort to giving me a piggyback ride. He's not the best at it. I had to coerce him to take off his bigger rifle. Damien's definitely got him beat in that regard. Still, it's better than walking. Once we left the city, most of the paths were gravel and dirt. Cooper said that he might have some spare shoes at home I could wear. When I asked where he got them, he told me not to worry about them. He might be right. The less questions I ask, the better. Not like he'll answer them anyway. I'm so tired at this point. It may be near 4 a.m. Every time I try to rest my head against him, that that stench blasts my nose. Although I'd rather not mouth breathe so close to his neck, I don't want any of that gross fur in my mouth. Hey, how much longer? Another quarter mile. I'd say. Blah blah blah. Do you not have a car? If I could barely afford that outfit, what makes you think I could afford a car? Fair point. I really shouldn't be complaining. He is carrying me, after all. Still, even if I can't remember most of what happened, I think I should be able to complain just a little bit. No more headaches or nausea, though, which is a plus. Do you really live out here? No, of course not. That city is the only habitable zone for miles. So where are we going? Again with the questions. Again with dodging said questions. I gave an annoyed and exaggerated yawn. I know you said things are classified, but if we're almost there, isn't that enough of a window to fill me in? You'd be surprised how quickly clients will cancel a contract upon leaking information. Is that not leaking information? I'm starting to slip down again, and Cooper tries to hoist me up. Please stop. Please, please stop talking. I'm tired and not in the mood to banter. Okay, sorry. He grunts at me, and I frown. Remember, I'm not doing this because I want to. I'd much rather be shooting the shit with my friends at the bar than carrying your scrawny ass across the country. Sorry, I'll be more mindful. My heart does sink a bit at that, but he's right. I do need to keep in mind that we're not friends, or ever will be friends. Don't say that. Just coincidental acquaintances. I must really be lonely if I'm growing attached to this jerk. Cooper sighs, though, and even surprises me. No, that was a bit uncalled for. Believe it or not, you're one of the less insufferable escorts I've had to deal with. Even with the clothes? You kidding? You should see the bill I had to pay just to make some of these clients happy. Cooper groans before ranting some more. Some of these mafia dollars think they're actual royalty. I can't help but chuckle. That is certainly a problem to have. Can I ask what they made you get them? Maybe in the morning. It is morning. I try and press my luck. Fair enough. I'd like to think he's smirking at that. We carry on in silence for a bit longer, and I think I start to see cracks in the pink, cracks of pink invade the horizon. The sun must be rising. Is it okay if I sleep when we get there? Might mess up my sleep schedule, but I'm exhausted. Lucky for you, I'm not one for. We're going to Google. You know, this is what I get for just never taking like English classes seriously. And like I just straight up don't read books and things, so I don't know.
Itinerant.
Itinerant? What is the I've heard of itinerary. Itineraries. That is what that says. Fuck.
Itinerant.
Itinerant. Traveling from place to place. A person who travels from place to place. Oh, sure. As long as we get the get you to arrest him on time. I don't care what we do. That sounds a bit contradictory, although I'm too tired to challenge him on it. Good, because I'm definitely about to give out. Just a few more minutes. Okay. We both huff, and I try to get comfy against him one more time. His musk is getting less apparent the longer he carries me. I guess that's something. There, just up the hill. I eventually do start to nod off, but Cooper wakes me up once more. Huh? I'm so sleepy at this point that I can barely crack my eyes open. The sun's definitely coming up, which illuminates the hill in front of us. It would be pretty if it weren't so damn late at night. You mean in the morning? What is it? A capsule motel. I think I've heard of a capsule motel before. A capsule hotel before, but not a motel, though. I thought you said we were going home. You'll see soon enough. Besides, we have to get there somehow. Okay. I yawn, but I've made it this long, so I try to stay up. I'll crash on his floor if I have to. I just want to lay down. After our trek up the hill, Cooper nudges me again and helps me get me down. I almost immediately fall over. Cooper has to hold my hand to keep me steady. Come on, almost there. Okay. I yawn loudly again. Cooper does as well, surprisingly. He literally props me up against the wall for the wall of the first building we see. It reminds me of a cottage, both in size and in appearance. It's completely contrasting the futuristic city we came from. Wait here. I'm going to register us for the night. Okay. It's actually a bit refreshing to see him open an actual door. I see I feel a form of nostalgia I can't begin to describe. Looking around, there isn't much. Besides this cottage I'm propped up against, and there are some weird pod things. Now those contrast with the desert cottage. I debate on trying to figure out what they are, but I decide I'm too tired for that. Besides, Cooper will explain it to me when he gets back, maybe. If he's feeling generous. The desert wind is all that keeps me awake. It must be summer around here, since the night air is somewhat tolerable. I think I remember reading that in the summertime it gets to about high 60s. It's a bit chilly, but I was already cold before. Cooper is pretty warm. I have to say, being carried by him wasn't the worst thing in the world. Still, he could definitely use some pointers from Damien. Damien. Jeez, I really miss him. The stars begin disappearing one by one on the sun as the sun starts to rise. It'll be pretty if I didn't feel like I was about to collapse. Yet again, Cooper's taking a long time, but I guess this time it makes sense. He must be talking with someone to rent us rooms. Wait, does that mean I have to sleep in the same room as him? Maybe I can sleep in the bathroom. Better yet, get him to take a shower. Then suddenly the door opens, jerking me awake again. Cooper's back. As usual, he looks grumpy. I only got us about 48 hours. This place is such a scam. It doesn't seem to be the only motel around for miles. Guess that gives them a reason to jack up the prices. Cooper has a look of surprise on his face, with a tinge of what I think is worry. How do you know what a motel is? The question is so stupid I actually close my eyes in annoyance. I exhale out of irritation and sheer tiredness. You ask a lot of questions. Fuck off. Cooper actually rolls his eyes and shoos me away. I follow him as best as I can, shielding my eyes from the rising sun. Number 12. Whoa. I walk right into Cooper, banging my nose against his shoulder. Geez, warn me next time. Pay attention next time we're here. We're in front of one of those weird pod things. I pause for a moment. Well? Well, what? Is this the part where we're supposed to you're explaining to me whatever the hell this is? Cooper gives me an exasperated sigh. Do I really have to, right now? It'd be fucking appreciated. I raise my voice a bit out of irritation, and Cooper cringes while lowering his ears. Okay, fuck's sake. Ah. I almost dropped the mouse. That's what I get for trying to balance it on a fucking book on my lap. Because I'm playing this on a television. It's just a standard transfer pod. I don't know what that is. Remember? Amnesia? I pinch the bridge of my nose. Cooper growls quietly, and I have half a mind to stick my tongue out at him. He can deal with my moodiness right now. I'm tired. Just watch. You're not gonna die. Huh. Cooper takes out his Axiom and slides to a different screen. It's shaped more like a sphere than a flat screen. It spins. He spins it around before pressing it like a button. Okay, now I'm awake. It looks a bit staticky for a second, and then he rotates his arm forward. He's folding his free paw underneath the sphere, and something slides out of it. It looks like a key. Whoa. Cooper slides the Axiom off and presents the thing he just dropped out of it. Judging by the stupid expression on your face, you're quite surprised. Most Axioms can digitally store physical objects. This is the key to my place. I keep it and other things in it so long as they fit. That's handy. It can be. I know some pricier models can store a hell of a lot more. This, and a few personal belongings, is about all I can store. I see. Wow, okay, that was pretty cool. Just don't grab it while it's in the Axiom. It hurts like hell. Noted. As if I'll ever get one. Cooper sticks his key into another device. Looks like it's a rod with a port in it, and walks up to the pod. If I described it, the pod looks like a big plastic egg with ridges along the side. Maybe a couple feet taller than Cooper and I. And then Cooper sticks the rod into the hole on the side of the pod. There's a brief flash, then the outline of a door frame starts to materialize. Before I know it, there's a normal enough looking door transposed onto the surface of the pod. Ready? Sure. Whatever, I just want to get to bed. Cooper takes my hand gently and starts to open the door. Close your eyes as we enter and walk. It'll feel like a long hallway. I do as he says and walk with him. Okay. We walk for about half a minute. I didn't get the best look at it, but there's no way the inside of the pod is that big. Can I open my eyes yet? Sure. I open my eyes, and for hopefully the last time tonight. We're in an apartment, I'm assuming Cooper's. I take it that weird pod thing can transfer people to wherever you want. Ah, see, I knew you had a brain. Just took a day for you to get it on. Anyways, you said you only had 48 hours. Why? If we go over that, we won't be able to exit the front door back to where we started. Meaning we'd open the door and end up where I live, and that is wait, what? If we go over that, we won't be able to exit the front door back to where we started. Okay, meaning, okay, I see. I understand how this works now. Meaning we'd open the door and end up where I live, and that is way too far for us to travel to Resum. I see. Can I go to bed now? I don't care. I look around. It's definitely small, but it's clear that he tries to make the most of it. Can I use your bathroom? Cooper looks worried. About what? What? I ask him impatiently. There's no running water here. Why? I'm not here often enough to justify it. I usually stay in cheaper pods instead of transferring home. Cooper, when's the last time you showered or took a bath? That's none of your concern. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever. How do you want me to pee? Just go in a bowl. It'll be fine for a day or two. Glad to hear it. It's down the hall. Got it. Oh my god. There's something wrong with that man. Oh, whatever. Let's just urinate and go to fucking sleep. I spend a few minutes just trying to get sorted. Not being able to wash my hands was bad enough, but I guess I can't even brush my teeth. I chuckle. Yeah, like that's something I should be worrying about right now. I walk back into the living room. Cooper's nowhere to be found. I shake my head, trying to get rid of the headache I'm getting from being up this long. He must have gone to his own room. That's fine. He can give me the tour any other time. I don't even bother trying to turn the lights off. I'm that tired. The lone couch in the room seems like the best for tonight. As I walk up to it, I notice something. A folded blanket. Curious, I pick it up. It smells clean, with a hint of what I think is vanilla. Guess that wolf can be considerate when the mood strikes him. I flop on the couch and take one of the only cushions as a pillow. One thing's for sure, this is better than sleeping in that alley. To my surprise, the lights start to dim. There must be some kind of sensor in the ceiling. I pull the covers over me. I move my hair out of my face and start to finally fall asleep. Something sizzling. Groggily, I sit up, trying to ascertain where it's coming from. I can hear it across the room. The sun is pouring in from the lone window. I guess it's morning. Well, morning. I groan as I stretch, my limbs propping far less than normal. But still enough to catch Cooper's attention. Oh, morning. Okay, so this is what he's wearing in the main menu. That's cool. Why isn't he that big and buff here? Maybe it would make me like Cooper more. I'm not that simple, I swear. I yawn as I rub my eyes open. Yeah, figures. None of yesterday was a dream. Kind of surprised I didn't have an actual dream last night, though. I wish I had a notebook to pencil down all my observations, but Cooper probably wouldn't know what that is. Guess I have to cope with a mental notebook. I get up and stretch again, before shuffling over to Cooper. He's manning a kitchenette corner. I didn't really notice it last night. Quite frankly, I didn't care. What time is it? About 9:30 in the morning. We got in around 4:30, I think. Not the best night. I don't have most of my memories, and I can say for certain that was one of the worst nights of my life. Cooper's frying something on something. He's using a frying pan for sure, but that stove looks weird. At least I think it's a stove. It has 4 solid red squares elevated from the rest of the stove. It's warm though, even from here. Wait. So you have electricity, but not running water? I have my priorities. Apparently. Hey, if I don't have to buy every amnesiac I found a new outfit, I would be able to afford it. I groan. It's a good thing you don't have to. I'm joking. If you say so. He rolls his eyes, and I do too. This is already getting old. Although the smell of what he's cooking catches my attention. It kind of looks like Spam. What are you cooking? Spam. Is Spam good? Like, I don't know. I think I've eaten Spam, like, maybe once, maybe twice in my life. But both of those times are now more than, like, 15 years ago now. So I remember that I did eat it. But I don't remember what it tasted like, or if I liked it or not. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, do you like Spam? Should I try experimenting with cooking Spam? Should I make a video about my Spam cooking adventures? You decide. Oh, please no. That explains it. Wait. You all got Spam here? Sure. He shrugs. Okay, maybe this isn't a dream. Maybe this is some sort of simulation. My eyes start to dart around to what looks familiar and what isn't. Everything looks like something we've had on Earth. I place my hand on my back on those ports. You just woke up. You just woke up, and you're already having a panic attack. Huh? Cooper huffs as he flips a piece of Spam. I don't know how many canines you've been around, but your anxiety is easy to read, even a mile away. Relax. But Cooper places the spatula down and slowly holds my face as we're eye level. You're going to be fine. No one is out to get you. You're not going to get hurt. Just relax and go with everything. This isn't what I was stressed about. But I play along. He already thinks I'm crazy enough. Thanks, Cooper. I pause. But aren't there people actually out to get me? Oh, right. I'll handle them. Cooper picks the spatula back up and continues sautéing the Spam slices. Thanks, I guess. At least he's trying. Anyway, breakfast will be ready soon. Then you'll need to stay here for the day. Why? I need to go and get some supplies and sell some stuff. We're really that far away? Yeah. I'd like to avoid another day session in the pod, so it'd be best to get as much as we can on foot. All right. I look around. What should I do? Nothing. You don't have to do anything. Well, can I do something? Like what? I don't know. I don't really do well with just sitting around and doing nothing. That's a first. Most people I bring love to do nothing. And I guess I'm not most people. Clearly. Plus, I do want to help pay you back for the clothes. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hope you're not going to be self-conscious about them. I bought them on my own volition. I know, but I appreciate it. Cooper rubs the back of his head with his free paw. I mean, I guess you can clean up if you want. He pauses. Just try not to touch anything. He gestures vaguely. Weird. He can see my confusion. Okay. I'll put away anything that could hurt you. Hey, I'm not a toddler. Right, yeah, forgot. Old man. That's not much better. Deal with it. He smirks before placing the Spam on some plates. I don't know why, but it feels unnatural seeing Spam here of all places. Regardless, I join him on the couch. I join him at his couch, and we start to eat our second meal today. Once we finish with breakfast, Cooper tells me to wait on the couch for a bit. Eventually, he comes out with crates similar to the ones back on the alley and puts them in the living room. There were 4 in total. They're not huge, but they're not small either. Okay, there's nothing but junk in these. You can keep whatever you want or throw away whatever you want. I really don't care. Thanks, I guess. Is there any... If there's nothing but junk, then what use am I going to have for these? Are you just training me to be your dumpster diving assistant? What? No. He pauses. Anyway, it's about time I head out. You'll be gone most of the day, right? Yeah, probably until supper. I snort. Supper. What? Nothing. You just use funny vernaculars. Whatever. Cooper rolls his eyes before he grabs his jacket and his rifle. Before I leave, let me give you a proper tour of the place. I'll show you what to avoid. Such as, I'm glad you asked. My room is off limits, period. Fine by me. I'm almost scared to imagine what kind of mess his room is. As you can see, there's not much here in the living room. You can, vacuum if you want. Carpet could probably use it. The kitchen corner here, let's see. Cooper flicks open the fridge. It's filled with packages and produce I don't recognize. Besides one big compartment of something that looks familiar. Are those mushrooms? Yeah, they are. You can have some if you want. Not really the biggest fan. Why'd you have so much? This kind keeps for a long time. Useful in a pinch. I got these about 6 months ago, I think. Oh, that's handy. Just wish they tasted better. Cooper says with a grimace. Anyway, there's canisters of water here if you get thirsty. Okay. Cold water actually sounds nice right about now. There's some other stuff you could eat. I'd say anything on the first 2 shelves would be fine, even without being cooked. Everything below would probably upset your stomach. Noted. I nod. I'm not the pickiest eater, but I do want to make sure my stomach is at 100% when before trying anything foreign. What else? There's the bathroom. Cooper gestures down the hall leading to the bathroom I went to last night, but I didn't get to the best look. It wasn't very big though, so I don't know why he's pointing it out on the tour. Toilet, sink, shower. All of which have no water. For now. I'll see about turning it on for tomorrow. I snap my attention to him. What? If you can get me a hot shower tonight, I'll be yours forever. Huh. Who would want you forever? He smirks before pulling open the shower curtain. There are boxes filling the tub. What's that? My ammo. Why do you keep ammo in your shower? Where else am I going to put it all? Oh my god. Cooper, can you see my dumbfounded expression? And sees my dumbfounded expression and snorts. I'm kidding. It's just more storage. I'm not here very often. If you can clear it out before I'm back, the shower's all yours. I start beaming. Now that's incentive. Deal. Try not to look so desperate. I'm not. It's not an attractive quality. I'm sure you're quite familiar with unattractive qualities. Cooper tries to roll his eyes, but I can see that smirk curling up. That's it for the tour. Do you have any questions or specific needs? I can immediately think of a dozen off the top of my head, but most are superficial wants rather than needs. I think of a few, if that's all right. Shoot. Could I get a toothbrush and toothpaste? I saw some in Cooper's bathroom, but I'd like to get my own if possible. Probably. I think I can do that. Anything else? Well... Time limit, remember? Okay. I just wanted to know if you could get me a journal to write in. I can't afford to get you an axiom. No, I mean like a physical journal with a pen and paper. You seriously don't write on paper, ever? Cooper raises a brow. I should have expected that. Not really. It's kind of a waste. It's kind of wasteful, isn't it? I don't know what to say to that. What do you do when your axiom loses battery? It doesn't. Huh? I've had it for a couple of years and I've never needed to charge it. It's somewhat solar powered. How is that possible? Don't ask me, I didn't make it. Anyways. Oh, right. Could you try and find me a journal and... don't fall, mouse. Don't do that. Find me a journal and pen? They have to sell them somewhere. I'll see what I can do. Why do you want them? Just to record my thoughts. Right. That's a completely normal thing to do. Anything else? No, not really. Honestly, if I can just get a shower tonight, I'll be content. But I won't let him know that. Alright then, I should get going. You sure you don't need me to do anything specific? Not really, no offense. But I don't think there's much you can do in your state. Just take a moment to rest. Alright, I'll certainly try. If you need to try to rest, you clearly have something on your something to work on. I grimace. I feel like I'm being lectured by Diana. Time limit, remember? Yeah. He's leaving for real this time. This will be the first time I've been on my own. All 12 hours I've been conscious. I have mixed feelings about it. Wait, there's one more thing. Huh? I'm taken aback by as Cooper reaches for my head with his paw, gently placing them on my cheeks to tilt my head up. What the hell are you doing? Looking. I squirm a bit in his grasp. Dude. Stop whining. It'll only take a second. I roll my eyes as he inspects my head again. He lets go and circles behind me. Tilt your head down a bit. I huff, but I do as he says. Easier to just, go. I assume this is supposed to be the word go, along with it, than to put up any sort of argument. To my surprise, he starts to unravel the bandages around my head. Some of my hair slumps down as the bandages were as if the bandages were a headband. What? Is it bad? No. I'd say you're healing fast. That's good. Indeed. Hang on. I'm just going to take a closer look. Before I can respond, I feel him parting some of the crusty hair. Thankfully, it still doesn't hurt. I wonder, should I ask him about that? If I could believe more than half of what he says, I'll try. Yeah, I think you'll be just fine. Thanks, Doc. Can you let go of my hair now? Cooper does, and I turn to face him fully. Was that really necessary? Kind of. I did need to check the damage at some point. Wouldn't want my employer to think I hurt you on the way over. How nice of you. Cooper doesn't take the bait, but instead opens his Axiom window. He swipes the inventory sphere screen and tosses the bandages inside. I'm surprised it only takes a few seconds to digitize. I need to be careful getting rid of these. They could cause trouble. He wipes the screen away. Luckily, I know a guy. Of course you do. All right. I'm leaving for real now. Godspeed. I have half a mind to push him out at this rate. You sure you'll... I'll be fine, dude. Seriously. There's food and water. How bad could I screw this up? Cooper rests his paw on his chin in thought. Oh my god, just go. Cooper snorts. Right, I'm off. I'll be back tonight. Remember to turn around. Uh, don't look at the door frame. Don't look at the door frame as I leave. I turn on my heel, looking to the living room. Bye, Dad. Have a good day at work. Ha, right. He pats my shoulder before turning to the door. There's a brief flash of light, almost like someone took a photo. And then it's quiet. I turn around. I'm completely alone. I give the loudest and longest sigh of my life as I spin myself around to flop onto Cooper's couch. Finally, a moment to process everything that's happening. I give my eyes a really good rubbing, letting the color swirls around my eyelids. What a weird day. I inhale one more time to ground myself. Alright, let's figure some shit out. I sit up and get myself together, briefly going over everything concrete. The alley, my memories, and Cooper. Someone left me in that alley, and I guess for at least a day or two. I wonder, why didn't they come back for me? My memories came in at random times. Most are brief flashes. I thought sleeping would trigger longer memories, but last night I didn't remember anything. I hope they're not random. I'd like to find a concrete strategy to get them back. As for Cooper, he's kind of an asshole. He's also taking care of me. I don't really know what to make of him. I still don't trust him fully yet, because he's way too sensitive. The wolf has his moments, though. I'd give him that. I look around his apartment, particularly at those crates. There's a chance something is in there could be useful. He said it was mostly junk, but one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm finally becoming a dumpster diver. I don't know how he lives like this. He clearly makes some kind of money. He tells me he's an escort, kind of. For context clues, I'd say he's more of a mercenary, a desperate one at that. Taking a job to bring an amnesiac man home seems bottom of the barrel. I chuckle to myself over the absurdity of the situation we both found ourselves in. Then I stop and think about the situation itself again, with more scrutiny. Cooper says that he was able to find me from my blood, which I guess makes sense. He had his gun, so maybe he thought an assailant was still around. This was already a little too quickly, though. It all happened a bit too quickly, though. The more I think about it, the creepier the situation looks. Cooper was adamant about not being caught by guards. What would they be guarding? They weren't cops, if anything. It makes sense to take me to some kind of authority. I get up from the couch and start to pace around the room as I get deeper into my own theorizing. Things aren't adding up. I don't think he's lying to me, but he's obviously not telling the whole truth either. He wants me to take me to Resum, but what the hell is that? A sanctuary for humans, he says. Whatever that means. I'm getting antsy again. What else do I do? The Axiom. If I could get my hands on it, I could probably search for all sorts of things. Wait, no, Cooper says he needs to register me in it. Damn it. My racing thoughts pick up, along with my pacing. Wait, the Axiom. He used that right after he found me. He got information from an employer information about me. I stop in my tracks. Wait a second. That motherfucker. That asshole knows so much about me than I do. I bet that son of a bitch even knows my name. I go from pacing to speed walking with raising annoyance. He has contracts who obviously know about me. How else would they identify me? Just the long white hair man with lots of scars? Lots of people have scars. Cooper has scars, for God's sakes. No. They had to have told him my name, and that's more about me. What's worse is that if I confront him, he'll just say it's classified. Imagine that, my own fucking name being classified. I can't even be allowed that. God, what the fuck? My stamina starts to run out, and I flop back to the couch. I grab the cushion, and I was sleeping on the night before. You mean this morning? And just fucking scream into it. My little fit didn't last long as I start to feel fatigued. I slept against the couch and I laugh. Seriously, can't even tell me my own name. I sigh and feel defeated. Looking around, I feel some form of contempt for the wolf. In his apartment, wearing his clothes, eating his food. At this point, I don't think I'm hyperbole to say that he owns me. Part of me thinks that I'm overreacting, but due to the fact that he knows more about me than I do, I think I deserve to get a bit upset. You know, he can clean up his own shit. I'm tired and weak. I don't know why I offered to help him. I cross my arms and sit on the couch. Then I take a look around. Huh. There's really not that much else to do around here. I tap my fingers on my knees. As tired as I am, I admittedly be very bored just sitting around here. I so desperately wanted to take a nap, but if I'm going to fix my sleep schedule, I should try to stay up. Ugh. I resign myself to my fate again and make my way over to the crates Cooper left for me. Okay, well, it's not like I'm doing this to help him. I'm doing this so I don't go crazy with boredom. I nod as I try to convince myself. That aside, I inspect the crates. I don't know, this part's getting a bit long. And it doesn't seem like it'll part to a new scene anytime soon, so we'll just break here. I think it's fine. It's not the best, but yeah. We'll inspect the crates next time, everyone. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you around.